Okay, today we're going to be taking notes, so go ahead and put your date on your paper. It would be 1/26/16, and we're going to be learning about the commutative property. Go ahead and write down our title, Commutative Property. Now, there's two types of commutative property. There's commutative property of addition, and there's commutative property of multiplication. There is no commutative property of subtraction, and there is no commutative property of division. Today you'll learn why that is. Commutative property of addition. Okay, and number 2, we'll go and say commutative property of multiplication. Now, what the commutative property allows us to do is to change the order of the numbers that you're adding or multiplying without affecting the result, the answer. So, for example, okay, so let's write down the definition. You can change the order of the numbers. Okay, so for example, for addition, oopsie. I meant to do that on purpose. For addition, we can say 3 plus 7 is the same thing as 7 plus 3. Here, 3 plus 7 is 10, and 7 plus 3 is 10. So no matter the order that we add them, we will get 10. Here's another example. If I have 19 plus 7, what do you get? And then what if I say plus 1? Now, wouldn't it be a lot easier for me to tell you, hey, what's 19 plus 1? Then plus 7? I'm pretty sure that a lot of you found this problem a lot more easier to solve than this problem. The commutative property of addition allows us to change the numbers. I'd rather add 19 plus 1 first and then add 7 than 19 plus 7 plus 1. Here's another example. Try to add this quickly in your head. 27 plus 8 plus 3. Wouldn't it be a lot easier for you to do 27 plus 3, get 30, and then quickly add 8 to get 38? So again, the commutative property allows us to change the order. Here I switch the order of the 8 and the 3. First I put the 3, then I put the 8, allowing me to quickly add 27 plus 3 and then add 8. The commutative property allows you to change the order. Okay, now let's talk about the commutative property of multiplication. Same thing as the addition, except we're multiplying. It says that 2 times 5 is the same thing as 5 times 2. You get the same answer. 2 times 5 is 10. 5 times 2 is also 10. Okay, let's think of an easy, let's see. What if I ask you to do, let's say 4 times 7. What do you guys get? Okay, now multiply that times 5. What do you think would be an easier thing to do? What two numbers should I multiply together first in order to get an answer quickly in our minds? So I would do 4 times 5 first. Using the commutative property, I can change the order. So 4 times 5 is 20 times 7. 20 times 7 is 140. You would get 140 here, but it would be a little bit harder and it would take you more time. Yes, you can do it, but this one takes you more, this one takes you less time, this one takes you more time. Okay, make sure you're copying all these notes down. When I come back, Well, I'll come back on Thursday, but when on Friday, I'll give you a quiz on this. So make sure you understand. Commutative property allows you to change the order. So let's do another one. So what if I say, let's do 5 times 9 times 2. So 5 times 9 is, okay, 45 times 2. Some of you can do that pretty quickly. An easier way to do this would be 5 times 2, 10 times 9, 10 times 9. Everybody can do 10 times 9. That would be 90. So commutative property of addition, you can change the order to add the numbers easier. Multiplication, same thing. How can I rearrange these numbers in order to get answer quicker? Let's talk about things that don't work for the commutative property as subtraction. So if I say 10 minus 2 is not the same thing as 2 minus 10. You don't get the same answers, okay? That's why there's no commutative property of subtraction. 10 minus 2, well, that gives you 8. But here, remember, this makes me kind of sad. So I would go 2 plus negative 10 to negative. Just wanted to make sure you understood that that's a negative right there. No question about that. 2 plus negative 10 is equal to negative 8. Okay, so 8 and negative 8 are not the same thing, okay? Another non-example. So these are non-examples. Examples that don't work. So division. Let's do the same thing. 10 divided by 2 would be 5. But this is not the same thing as 2 divided by 10. 2 divided by 10 would be, let's see, we can just do this right here real quick. 10, add the decimal 0. 10 goes into 22 times, so it would be 0.2, right? So obviously 5 and 0.2 are not the same thing. So the commutative property does not work for subtraction and it does not work for division. Okay, it only works for addition.
Only works for multiplication
the worksheet you're going to be doing
not
is just
subtraction.
completing. If I give you random numbers, how would you change the order? So if I give you 17 plus 5 plus 3, how would you rewrite this? Go ahead and try to rewrite this to make this problem a little bit easier. Hopefully you would write 17 plus 3 would give you 20 plus 5 gives you 25. A lot easier. All right. How would you rewrite negative 7 plus 8 plus negative 2? Go ahead and rewrite it. Use the commutative property to rearrange the numbers. Hopefully you wrote, hey, let's put all the negatives together, then we'll leave the positive at the end. Okay? What if I give you a multiplication problem? Like, let's say 12 times 7 times 6. How would you rearrange it? I'll tell you the truth, this problem's a very bad problem, but we'll make it work. 12 times 6 times 7. Notice I'm not even asking you for the answer. I'm just asking you to rearrange the numbers. This is a very easy concept to learn. So, what is the commutative property? Commutative property. Okay, what does it do? Allows you to change the order. Very important, change the order. So it's kind of like vocabulary. You just have to memorize the definition. Commutative property allows you to change the order. All right, so you're going to have a quick little classwork. Make sure you're earning your 5 stars in order for you to get a reward at the end. So make sure you have all these notes. Okay, make sure you copy everything down. Yes, I'm talking to you in the back. You need to copy everything down. I'll be checking. And if you need more time, don't worry. You can stay in for nutrition and lunch. We're here to help you. So if you need to stay in, hey, just let us know. Remember, we care. Just let us know.